hard for you to see any sign of them.
But our termite detectives are experts at finding and eradicating termites, using a combination of effective traditional and no-move-out alternative simple solutions like Electrogun and our E. coli heat and more.
Mother approved and COVID conscious. So call us for a free termite estimate at 877-332-BUGS.
Termites hide their presence until their damage gets out of control. Don't wait till that happens. Termite treatment now can save you thousands of dollars later.
Call 877-332-BUGS, 877-332-BUGS, or online at termitelady.com.
E. coli, powerful termite and pest control.
As gentle as a butterfly.
Good morning, 7:32. Information now coming up in just a bit. We'll check in with California news. We've got sports, and we'll check day in history coming up a little bit later on. But right now, time to talk food with our favorite grocery gal, Amy Goldsmith. Amy has helped to launch and grow some of the most well-known brands that many of us eat or at least see on the grocery shelves. She's a food industry insider and lives her life as a food finder, looking for the best new products and trends. You can follow Amy and direct message her any questions through Facebook and also on Instagram at The Grocery Gal. First of all, Amy, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Ben. Good morning.
Well, good morning. We had a listener call in and ask about energy drinks. I know that we all need a boost from time to time. In fact, I'm enjoying a cup of coffee right now, but are these drinks like Red Bull really the way to go?
Ben, this is a big question, and I'm going to try to get through it. Overall, you can find some pros, mostly cons of energy drinks. There are about 500 different energy drink products on the market, and the U.S. energy drink category is about $5 billion.
Wow.
So despite the negativity, people are buying it. But energy drinks, while they have a lot of caffeine, there's a lot of sugar in many of them. And I think if you do decide to have a ready-to-drink energy drink, you need to be aware of what's in it, and how much is in it, and how your body actually reacts to it. So there is mounting scientific evidence that shows that energy drinks can really have some serious health effects in children, teenagers, and young adults. So just based on these studies, kids and teens should probably stay away from it.
So can you guide us a little bit here, Amy? What is in an energy drink, and why not just have coffee if you're looking for a boost?
So according to the FDA, caffeine in doses up to about 400 milligrams, which is about five cups of coffee, is generally recognized as safe. But energy drinks don't just contain natural caffeine. Some of the caffeine is synthetically produced caffeine, which are from Chinese pharmaceutical plants. And synthetic caffeine is quickly absorbed into your body, and it gives you that energy that you're craving really fast, but faster actually than naturally sourced caffeine. But synthetic caffeine also will lead to a much quicker crash. And while some of these energy drinks range from maybe 80 milligrams of caffeine to 240 milligrams of caffeine, that's not like 5 cups of coffee, it's about half that. We have all seen those energy shots at the checkout. You know, those like 10-hour energy shots?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Those contain over 400 milligrams per little shot bottle. And many other shots are close to that, and that's more than the daily recommended dose. So, that could be dangerous in a real blast like that, depending on your body. The other thing to know about energy drinks is that many have a ton of sugar. And the American Heart Association recommends no more than 36 grams of sugar per day for men and 25 grams of sugar for women. And think about all the different kinds of foods that we eat during the day that actually do have sugar added to it. So we're really kind of getting to those limits just by the food that we eat. But for example, Monster Energy Drink has 55 grams of sugar per 16-ounce can. That's like drinking, or that's like eating 5.5 Krispy Kreme donuts at
Wow.
one sitting.
Yeah.
You have to think of it like that. But, some are sugar-free. You can certainly find those. And there are other ingredients, like taurine, which is an amino acid, and that's a common ingredient in many popular energy drinks, including Red Bull, Monster, and Rockstar. And in moderation, taurine can be beneficial as it supports neurological development, and it helps with muscle fatigue with athletes, and that's one of the many reasons why people may have an energy drink before they work out. You'll also find ginseng and ginkgo biloba and guarana, and those are safe when consumed individually, but when they're mixed with energy drink ingredients like caffeine and sugar, they can become dangerous, and they can lead to side effects like high blood pressure, heart palpitations, insomnia, swelling, and even kidney failure. But occasionally drinking one energy drink, occasionally is unlikely to cause problems for you. To reduce potential harm, if you're going to have that energy drink, limit your consumption to 16 ounces daily and avoid all other, caffeinated beverages for the day.
Yeah, that's probably the best. We're speaking to Grocery Gal Amy Goldsmith, and we're talking about energy drinks. So you mentioned some of the side effects. I mean, are there other things to watch out for? I mean, maybe this is kind of a caution. Maybe you shouldn't be having like 3 or 4 energy drinks a day.
I don't think you should be having 3 or 4 energy drinks a day. Let's look. Caffeine and sugar are addictive. Whether it's from coffee, tea, or an energy drink, your body can become addicted. And if you know that if you drink coffee and you stop cold turkey, you get that nasty headache.
Oh, yeah.
That's addiction. We've all had it. That's addiction. That's your body craving caffeine. And while you won't go through serious withdrawals like, drug addiction, you may find yourself sluggish or unmotivated on the days that you don't have an energy drink. And look, some other side effects from certain studies, there's trouble sleeping depending on what time you drink it, headaches, increased anxiety and jitters and nervousness from, the caffeine, dehydration. Caffeine can make you dehydrated. And then there's high blood pressure and then type 2 diabetes from all of the sugar.
Yeah, a lot of things to be considered there if you're going to be consuming that energy drink. And then, so what drinks would you recommend? As for a diabetic as myself, I've never touched the energy drinks. I probably won't, but are there some products on the market that you would recommend?
So personally, I can't and I won't recommend any of these. I can find something wrong with every one of them. I'm just not a fan. But what I would recommend is if you want an energy drink and you're not choosing coffee per se, find one for sure that tastes good because taste is really important. Find one with natural caffeine, and that can be from coffee or yerba mate or green tea. Yerba mate has an average amount of 78 milligrams of caffeine per 8-ounce cup, which is more than green tea, but it's equal amounts of caffeine like as you would see in a Red Bull. And there's less caffeine in yerba mate maybe than an average cup of coffee. Green tea, unlike synthetic caffeine, green tea extract won't give you the jitters that are often associated with synthetic caffeine. So, look for things that are natural, maybe yerba mate-based, green tea-based, coffee-based. Also, look for low or no sugar. The sweeteners should be natural, stevia, erythritol, monk, honey. These natural sugar alternatives that can be found in fruits and vegetables and plants. There's actually an energy drink called Kill Cliff that is all natural and contains many of these natural ingredients that I mentioned. There's also one called Go Girl that I would say is probably a better for you option as well.
All right, there's a lot of those products on the market, obviously. Grocery Gal Amy Goldsmith with us. And Amy, before we go, what can you tell us about Red Bull? I've heard, a lot of things. I don't know if it was necessarily about Red Bulls, but, people having heart issues drinking too many of these.
Right. So like I said, the FDA says you should not drink more than 400 milligrams of coffee per day, or 400 milligrams, of caffeine per day. So if you're having several Red Bulls or Monsters, depending on the caffeine amount, you might be causing some damage to your body. Red Bull energy drink is quite simply the most popular energy drink on the planet. It actually has become a lifestyle brand, and they sponsor race cars and community events, and they're really, truly, they're a lifestyle. Red Bull proudly claims they have real sugar in their drink, but basically it's just table sugar. It's white sugar. So drinking one 16-ounce can of Red Bull is the equivalent to eating 2 regular-sized Snicker bars. So they do have sugar-free Red Bull, and Red Bull has about 80 milligrams of caffeine, so it's minimal compared to Monster and some of the others. But you really pay attention to the sugar, pay attention to how much caffeine you're drinking. I have a really close friend that loves to drink energy drinks, and they'll open one in the morning and sip it sort of throughout the day. And that way they're getting a little boost here and there when needed, but it's not one big giant jolt.
Yeah, that's probably what you want to stay away from there. But anyway, some great information, Amy. Thanks for following that. And real quick, I know you wanted to touch on, I guess there's concern about cleaning supplies and if stores are keeping enough in stock. So you've got an update for us on that.
Yeah, sure. I was in Costco, actually several times in the last few days. And I just wanted to let our listeners know that they are stocked with paper towels, they're stocked with toilet paper, they have Clorox wipes near the baby wipe section in the back. You may have to look for it a little bit, but they're really getting stocked up on things.
All right, well, that is good to hear. And don't forget, Amy Goldsmith here, our grocery gal. She follows a lot of great information for us, and you can follow Amy and direct message her any questions through Facebook and also on Instagram at The Grocery Gal. Amy, thanks for your hard work on this subject. I know there's a lot to talk about involving energy drinks, but thank you so much for this.
My pleasure. Thanks, Ben.
All right, 7:42. Don't forget birthdays and anniversary wishes if you've got them. 928-1440. This portion of the news brought to you by Community Bank of Santa Maria.
If a merger is happening at your bank, it can cause a major disruption in your life. Hello, this is Janet Silvera with your Community Bank of Santa Maria. A bank should make life easier and more convenient. You shouldn't have to deal with the uncertainty of which products will be offered or what resources will still be available during or following a merger. Instead, you want to know that your bank is making decisions locally and that will benefit you. At Community Bank of Santa Maria, we never forget that we're here to serve you. As the only locally owned bank headquartered right here in Santa Maria, our sole purpose is to provide personal hometown banking services. In fact, the only merger you'll hear us talk about is the merging of local experience with superior customer service. If you're dissatisfied with changes taking place at your current bank, I invite you to come and discover all the advantages